figuring out the H-back spot. Kind of a big thing for Ohio State with K.J. Hill moving on and some questions there about who's going to fit in. We knew Mookie Cooper in this 2020 recruiting class was recruited specifically for that. He's kind of a smaller, quicker guy. But they have so many good young receivers. We had kind of been figuring they're going to have to find a solution another way. And one thing we learned on signing day was there might be a guy who's a solution, Stephen Means.
Yeah, Jaxon Smith-Niigba talked about the fact that right now he's at H, which I think is a surprise to all of us. Is when we did our offensive depth chart, I don't think any of us put him at the H. We put him as an outside guy. But they're looking to replace K.J. Hill. And when you have to replace that much production, and Ryan Day says we're going to put our 6 best guys on the field, you're just kind of trying guys out in different spots right now. And, for him to, he kind of fits it a little bit. He's coming from a Texas high school where he got the ball 10, 12 times a game for 100, 200 yards a game. So his biggest, adjustment is going to be learning that, some games you're going to get it 3 times. Some games you get it 6. Sometimes you won't get it anything. But, yeah, he talked about the fact that, right now he's at the H as they trying to figure out who the best 6 receivers are on this team.
I thought that could happen because we Julian Fleming's not an H. We know that. I don't think G. Scott's an H. Those are bigger guys, right? And we were sort of looking. Well, Garrett Wilson's not an H. It's you've got to, if you want to get the best 6 on the field. Were you surprised to hear him say that today, Nathan? Or as they try to figure this out, they lost K.J. Hill, they lost Austin Mack, they lost Ben Victor. They have all these young guys. Did that make sense to you?
Yeah, it didn't surprise me for a couple of reasons. Number one, we had already been asking Brian Hartline, Ryan Day, what's going to happen? Who are the potential options there? Is everything on the table? And they both said, yeah, it could come from just about anybody other than some of those guys you're talking about who are just so obvious, outside deep guys. But, it makes sense that they would try to take someone and just utilize them to the best of their ability right as they step in the door. I think you're not gonna turn the page on any of these guys potentially being able to fit in any of those spots. The other reason why I think it makes a lot of sense, though, is because another thing Ryan Day said today was after K.J. Hill in their rotations last year, they didn't have confidence in any of their other slot guys, any of their other H's. And I don't think C.J. Saunders, we're still waiting, I guess, to hear whether he's going to get that 6th year, but I don't think he's part of the answer there. And maybe that can change as far as 1 year for guys like, Jalen Gill or whoever, but it's becoming more and more likely that the bulk of the H production probably comes out of this freshman class next year.
It wasn't when Ryan Day was re-emphasizing that idea that beyond KJ they didn't have fit. Not great news for Jalen Gill. Jalen Gill can have a great spring. Jalen Gill needs to have a great spring. Mookie Cooper didn't play last year. Didn't play high school football because of an eligibility issue. So, they've got to find answers. You like to see when they're being proactive in finding answers. And to your point, you've talked about this before about Jaxon Smith-Niigba catching 50 balls a game, and he's going to have to adjust to that. You know who catches a lot of balls in this offense? The H.
Yeah.
The idea of well, do you want to move to the position where you'll lead the team in receptions? It's yeah, I'll do that. Interesting. It's going to get worked out in the spring. One of the more interesting things to watch this spring is all this young receiver talent. How does it play out? Who's going to play? Who's the rotation? Where? What position? We'll follow it at cleveland.com. Nathan, Stephen, Doug. Hey, try the text, $3.99 a month, 14-day free trial. Find out more at cleveland.com.